Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Timmerman. I'm joined again by the mullet, Matt Raines, man. Back-to-back 2 weeks in a row. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just been working out the recruiting station off the 4700 South Redwood Road for the Utah Army National Guard.
Recruiting folks. So if you're looking to get into the Army National Guard, looking to do something about college or find a future for yourself, go check out old Matt Raines. But speaking of futures, our future is so bright. We got fist fights going on tonight, and the Pearson cousins are here. Rusty Pearson, you know a lot about him, but his cousin Chase is here. What do you know about this guy?
Chase Pearson's, don't really know too much about him, except that he is an undefeated Utah State champion wrestler.
Yeah, so. Which says a lot. If you go all the way through your high school career and don't lose a match, that means you might have some skills. But Rusty's here, and he's going up against Jhesua Arias, who had a really great showing last week, and I think this poses to be a good matchup as well.
Oh, definitely. Two great competitors getting in there, going to beat the crap out of each other.
All right, we got little guys, we got big guys, we got everything in between. Before we get to that, it's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Ultimate Combat Experience starts now.
Warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight.
In your welterweight division, we got a couple guys that come out here looking pretty tough. One of them we've seen before. The other one we've heard a lot about. What do you know about the one we've seen before?
The one we've seen before, we got the Hurricane, Jayson Dalton, coming out here fighting like a hurricane, trying to get his goal of making it to the UFC.
You can see where he gets his nickname because he comes out like a hurricane. Going up against Chase Pearson. We talked about him a little bit in the show open. Undefeated high school wrestler. Should be an interesting one. Welterweight nose bar, check it out. You know, well, we've seen a lot of guys that have made the transition from high school wrestling to MMA successfully, but it's not the same when you're getting punched in the face. And here's a guy that likes to punch guys in the face, Jayson Hurricane Dalton.
Yeah, Mike, got Jayson Dalton sitting at 5'10", 164 pounds, independent fighter.
Independent fighter, and as you mentioned, they call him the Hurricane because he really is kind of unleashed fury, and then you get him in there and he does his thing. But this guy's pretty calm, cool, and collected. Looks a little bit like his cousin, the real deal Chase Pearson here. Looks a bit like Rusty Pearson.
Yeah, got Chase Pearson, 5'6", 160 pounds, hometown Cedar City, Utah.
All right.
That wrestler guy you talking about there, Mike.
Yeah, he's come a long ways. Now, let me tell you, the guys down in the southern part of the state, they're all good wrestlers, it seems. You know, they come from those small towns, and they're all short, so they can't play basketball, but they sure seem to know how to scrap when they get in here and do their thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Mike. They're always scrambling, always working for a takedown.
Wow.
Yep,
Look at that right there.
Nice.
Dalton throws kind of a lazy kick out there, and Chase Pearson happy to seize upon that and take him right down to the ground.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a good mount going on. See if he can work something good from there, Mike.
Well, he's got a good mount, but he's getting his head squozen upon, which is, once again, we talk about this a little bit. A lot of new guys like to grab the head and squeeze it. And, well, that's the way you grab the head and squeeze right there. And a little guillotine Chase Pearson put on there.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You know, I'm not going to lie. Jayson didn't hold on to that head too long. It looked like he tried going for something else. And
well, I think, you know, we talked about the head X factor a minute ago. Jayson Dalton was able to get out of that guillotine. He got up and threw some punches, but then, wow, head over heels right there was Jayson Dalton when Chase Pearson threw him.
That was a good takedown.
That was beautiful. That a la Pearson style right there. We've seen Rusty throw a couple of those.
Yeah, there you go with the head squeeze again there, Mike.
Well, you know, this I don't think is a bad situation. He's holding him in close and keeping the distance really
those
tight.
Punches up.
Absolutely. You don't want him sitting up and bombing on you right here. So this is not a bad situation, but yeah, he's got to get out from underneath. He's pressed up against the cage, and this is not a good position for him to be in.
You know, it looks like Pearson's making that little mistake of trying for a shoulder lock from a bad angle.
Well, he's right up against the cage, and there's really nowhere for him to go with it. And He's forcing it toward the cage. He should be bringing it out away from the body, but it still doesn't look very comfortable.
You know, it looks like a good stretch at least, you know, but, you know, if he could step around, he looks like he's made some room over there to his right side. If he could step around, he could probably do some damage with that shoulder lock with the T-wrap already set and everything.
I think Jayson Dalton doesn't think it feels very good anyway. He's probably, I wish he can get out from underneath there.
Yeah. Well, if he could get his knees in between his legs or even try and buck up, he might be able to do something.
What did you just say? I don't think you can say that on TV, can you? Trying to buck up?
I don't know.
All right, well, he bucked up and over, and that's not a good place. It's even worse place. Now Chase Pearson's starting to sink a little choke in, and boy, you see right there, Jayson Dalton not, well,
he's holding on to his hand pretty good, keeping him from cinching that
well, he's got a whole minute left here. There's the tap right there. And you weren't going to be able to last that one out for him, and that's for sure. That thing was on. It was on tight. You saw Jayson Dalton's head start to turn all different kinds of shades of red. And Chase Pearson looks like he just went through a walk through the park.
Yeah, he doesn't look to be that fatigued or anything, Mike. You know, it was a pretty good fight.
Jayson Dalton showing some good sportsmanship right there, giving him a big hug and walking back to his corner. Obviously not happy with the outcome, but, you know, he came out here, he did his thing, and looked pretty good tonight. Jayson Dalton says he was number 2. Now he says he's number 1. So he was number 2. Now he's number 1. Jayson Dalton, show me some love, man. Show me you're a little bit excited about that.
Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
Jayson Dalton, you got choked out, man. What were your thoughts on the fight?
I mean, it happens. This is my second fight I lost in a row. I lost to Mike Dillard through a guillotine 2 weeks ago.
Those damn Dillards.
Them damn Dillards. They're good people, though.
He's in your corner tonight. What's up with that?
He's just a good guy. He told me he'd help me out a little bit, and so that's what he's doing.
Are you Army strong? Find out what it takes to be a soldier in the U.S. Army at GoArmy.com.
Chase Pearson, this was your first MMA fight. How does it feel?
Feels good. Real good.
But you're no stranger to competition. You're a state champion. You were undefeated last time you won state. You think the transition to mixed martial arts can be pretty easy for you to make?
I do. I think a lot of it mixes in together, and I think it's going to work out real good.
All right, well, you kind of dominated your opponent tonight, kind of ran through him a little bit. I see big things in your future. What are your plans for the future?
Keep coming back. Let's go big.
All right, anyone you need to thank tonight for this fight?
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank my family for coming out. I need to thank my trainer, Jim Murphy, from Cedar City for coming out, supporting me. And I need to thank my sponsor from Melford, Mineral Mountain Trucking. So appreciate them. If anybody in Southern Utah needs some trucking, give them a call. They're a real good company.
They're Mineral Mountain Trucking?
That's right, Mineral Mountain Trucking, Melford, Utah.
All right, Chase Pearson, you got a bright future. Thanks for being part of the experience.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, that goes to show even a hurricane can't take out an undefeated high school wrestler.
Hey, you know, some things aren't trailer parks, man. That's all I know.
Well, certainly Chase Pearson wasn't one. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In your lightweight division, we got a kid, Joe Woodard, who showed up at the venue tonight, and his opponent did not. So rather than be left at the altar, there's a guy kind of waiting in the shadows. What do you know about him?
A guy named Andy Catmull. Don't know too much about him personally, but I do know that he's kind of an extended family of the show. His girlfriend's here with the show week in, week out, and just kind of been thinking about doing this for a while. The opportunity came up, so he took it.
That's what he said, man. He's been kind of hanging out, watching the show. I've been wanting to do it, so why not tonight? Lightweight, no holds barred. Check it out.
Some of the best fights we've had, Mullet, have come together just like this, where guys just kind of show up at the bar, they see each other from across the room, their eyes meet, and the dance is on.
Yeah, Mike, you know, and I hope this one doesn't disappoint as much. You know, Andy Catmull sitting there at 5'10", 146 pounds, street fighter, independent, no schooling.
Calls himself no schooling. Well, I guess he did go to school. He's coming out, he's all the way from Honolulu, Hawaii, here living in Utah now. But Bazooka Joe, man, this guy has been at the show every week for the last several months. He corners a few guys, and he's been ready to rock and roll for a little while.
Yeah, you're not lying, Mike. I actually ran into this guy outside, one time after the fights, and he was, he was a little intoxicated, started talking to me. Apparently, he has over 600 street fights, and he's never lost a single one.
I don't know how he's been in all those fights, old Bazooka Joe. He's one of the nicest guys you're going to meet. I've met him several times, and he's just a super nice guy. So whoever's
definitely
fighting this guy on the street, you're a big fat jerk.
Yeah, he's a really polite guy, but, maybe he's just really aggressive when people piss him off.
Perhaps. Left hand right there just dropped Bazooka Joe to his knees. He popped right back up. That was a nice shot.
That was a really nice scramble looking.
Well, it was a pretty wild scramble there. Right?
It was wild. Ended up in one of those awkward, very vicarious positions. And
yeah, in fact, my jiu-jitsu instructor was telling me the other day that there are 1,800 different positions in jiu-jitsu. Those must have been a few of them right there.
Yeah, at least 14 or 15
Some that
of them.
I don't know about.
Nice. Yeah, Woodard sitting inside the guard of Andy here. See if he can work a little something, or if Andy can start climbing up the body.
It's funny. We talk about these guys that have never been in the cage, never had any training. You said no schooling, but he actually does have a guard, and he actually understands position. It looks like he's got working underhooks here and just kind of hanging on and keeping his opponent in tight. So sometimes natural instincts are good.
Yeah, and for a guy that says he's an independent fighter, not fighting out of any gym or anything, I'm really impressed with how calm he looks. The expression on his face. He's not freaking out. He's not panicking.
Well, he's not freaking out because there's a guy on top of him. He can't move. But, no, I agree with you. And he's actually looking like, he might understand a few little nuances from underneath there. And maybe he lied to us, Mullet. Maybe he lied.
I'm thinking maybe he did. Maybe, maybe his backyard thing.
I'm guessing him and his girlfriend practice the guard all the time.
Oh,
Rachel, she always here at the show each and every week helping out. And this time she actually donated her boyfriend to the show, man. She's always willing to give to the UCE.
Yeah, it's a big heart there, Mike.
I'm telling you what. He's
Woodard
not thinking it's such a big heart right now. He's cracked on the side of the head. He's saying, Rachel, what'd you get me into?
Yeah, Woodard, he needs to do something. He's landed some big punches. He needs to try and take advantage of those legs and start stepping out, getting out of the guard.
I think he's okay. I think he's getting some jitters out. This is his first time in there, and you can come watch the show all you want, but you get in there for your first time, and it can be a little intimidating. So I'm actually happy to see him kind of biding his time and working for things slowly. Now he's got the back of Andy Catmull.
Well, he's got his back. He's kind of got his hooks in.
He's got a choke in. I think this might be over.
Well, it's like Catmull's fighting it off a little bit.
Well, there you go. Again, he's got the presence of mind to try to check the choke there, trying to get his chin tucked in, but I don't know if he's going to be able to.
You can see the pain, the suck in his face right now, but he's still trying to fight it off.
I've seen a lot of new guys tap from much less than this, and this kid's got a lot of heart. You can't take that away from him.
No,
can he make it another 30 seconds? I don't know, but he's certainly shown. He's shown a lot of valor tonight. There's a tap right there. I don't blame him. That was in tight. He was flattened out and not a whole lot of room for him to go anywhere.
Yeah, like I said, I'm impressed with fighting it off that long for as uncomfortable as he was looking. So.
Absolutely. But you see old Bazooka Joe Woodard coming out here. He's got to be happy with that. He's got his big earrings and his hat back in. That's
gigantic
why they call
gauges.
him Bazooka Joe. Tyler Ayers Law Firm is a proud sponsor of the UCE. Call them for legal help at 255-5555.
All right, bro. So what's your plans for the future, though? Are we going to get you in training? Are you going to take another fight on short notice? Is your girlfriend going to just get you in here with no training again?
No, I'm going to train this time with UTCC. Or UCTC.
That's the Ultimate Combat Training Center.
Right. I'm going to do that with Rachel. She'll be in my corner. We'll fight again.
All right, bro. Well, tonight you were good, just not good enough. But thanks for jumping in here and getting in and fighting, brother.
Hey, thanks to Joe for fighting me, actually. Earned me $100.
Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
Bazooka Joe Woodard. Man, what a way to get your first win, bro.
Yeah, it was fun. Tiring.
Good times?
Oh, yeah.
So what'd you think about the fight? How'd it go down in your mind?
Well, other than him cracking me in the jaw, it went pretty good.
So what's your plans for the future, bro? You got the W tonight in your first fight.
Some more to come to it.
Thanks for being part of the experience. Anyone you need to thank for this?
Well, my boy Brian over there for cornering me. Darcy, who's not here tonight. He's my boy. I've been training with him. And of course, UCE.
All right, bro. Well, hey, thanks for being part of the experience, Bazooka Joe.
In your welterweight division, got a couple of guys coming out here. One of them we've seen a lot before. What do you know about it?
Well, I know that he is the artist formerly known as Cheap Shot.
He certainly earned that nickname. What is he now?
Now he's going by the Doc. It's Mike Darcy.
Trying to soften up his image just a bit. Going up against the kid, Damon Willis. We haven't seen him fight before, but I understand his Muay Thai is top notch. So look for someone to go 90-90. Welterweight, no holds barred. Check it out. It's always great when we get these first-timers coming into the cage that actually have a little bit of a reputation. People know about you. That says a lot. If you haven't actually fought competitively, but people are saying, hey, this is a guy you want to watch out for, that tells me he might have knocked a few people in the gym out.
You know, and that's true, Mike. And we've actually had other guys come into the show that have had their own backing for their own name, either on the street or in their gym, and just had fans show up like crazy. They've never been in the cage once.
Yeah, well, Damon Willis, they call him the Darkwing, and he's going up against this guy. This guy we've seen quite a bit of lately. This guy.
Mike Darcy, 5'9", 185 pounds, kickboxer trained out of UCTC.
They call him Doc, Cheap Shot, Andrea's boyfriend. They call him a lot of stuff.
He might have a couple more nicknames by the end of the season.
He calls me on the phone and says, hey, this is Mike Darcy, Andrea's boyfriend. I know you are, Mike. Just because your girlfriend's tougher than you don't mean you got to include her in your introduction. All right. Ethan Andrews, your referee for this contest, and with the drop of the hand, here they go. And you saw Damon Willis missing a kick, but happy to take Mike Darcy down to the ground. A little interesting, the Muay Thai guy taking him down.
Yeah, well, you know, I think Darcy tried for a kick there, didn't get it, and decided he was going to try for a Brazilian takedown. I don't know exactly what that was, but Mike Darcy just gave up his back pretty quick.
Well, yes, he did.
Maybe it's going to pay off for him, Mike. I don't know.
It's not paying off right now. Looks like Damon Willis got hooks in and pounding away at the side of the head. Oh, a choke already. Oh, wow. Man, are you kidding me? That was a little anticlimactic. Wow. Man, I was looking for
I thought there was going to be a rumble or something, you know, kickboxer, Thai fighter.
Well, I tell you what, Damon Willis's reputation has preceded him, and we're looking forward to seeing more of this guy. Hopefully we'll get him somebody that maybe can bang with him a little bit. Mike Darcy, you got to work on your ground, my man.
Yeah, man, you don't want to give up your back so quick next time.
I think he was expecting a stand-up fight. Well, didn't happen. He got beat on the ground. Well, that tells you probably are glad you didn't have a stand-up fight. Find top name brand clothing at unspeakable prices at Big Rod Clothing. Mention UCE and save 10%.
All right, Damon Willis, this is your first mixed martial art win. This is your first official mixed martial art fight. How did it feel?
I feel relieved. I took the fight. I knew I was going to have the fight on Wednesday, so I didn't have very much time to really train. Luckily, I do my regular cardio and whatnot down at LA Boxing and work out there. And so I just took the fight. I said, you know what? I've never had an MMA fight, and I thought it'd be a good challenge just to test my skills and see what they're at.
Hey, I'm telling you though, getting noticed on Wednesday on Ultimate Combat, that's like another show telling you 6 months out. I'm just telling you. Anyways, man, you really look good tonight. What's your plans for the future?
I'll see. I'll meet with my coaches and decide what I'm going to do next. I do want to tell my wife happy birthday. That's tomorrow. And so she made me promise if I fight that I still have to take her out for dinner and go to movies and all that stuff and hang out with the kids all day. So I think I'll be able to fulfill that. So I'm happy because she gave me a bigger whooping than anybody.
Man, great showing tonight. I hope to see you in the cage again. I want to see some guys from LA Boxing coming up from Utah County in the show.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to everyone that came out to watch me fight. Thanks, guys, for coming out here and supporting me. Prosper in the house. And also want to tell the staff from LA Boxing, my brother Devin, one of my mentors, I got Chuck Costello, who's in my corner as well. My trainer's at LA Boxing, and that's it.
All right, let's give it up one more time. Utah Ultimate Combat Experience, Damon Willis.
Damon Willis is going to be a killer in that welterweight division. Very good-looking kid.
Oh, man, that guy is a force. That was a definitely impressive win coming off there.
And you saw the entire squad from that LA Boxing gym. Great bunch of guys. It was great having them here. I hope we get those guys back. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In the show open, we promised we had little guys, and we told you we had big guys. Well, here are the big guys. One guy in particular, Travis Timmerman. He's a giant, but he talks like this loud, and when he calls me on the phone, I can never hear him. So it's very, very difficult to communicate with this guy because he's so big and he's so quiet. But who's he fighting?
He's fighting Spencer Thompson, big guy. I've seen him before. He's really, really heavy hands. Goes by the name of Son of Thunder.
Coming off a big win against Robert Stone, my main man. Heavyweight, no holds barred. Check it out. Heavyweights are fun to watch, whether they got experience or not, because you just get that sense that somebody's going to get some bones crushed, especially when a heavyweight walks in and he's got 3 hands like this guy. Look at that traps on this kid.
Yeah, the guy's huge, Mike. His head's like sitting just over the top of the cage, you know?
Yeah, 6'1", 224, coming up from San Diego, the Son of Thunder, and I've seen him hit the bags, and I see where he got that name.
Nice, Mike. He's going up against Travis Timmerman. He's a big guy, big hands, white voice.
Little boy, 6'2", 205 is Big Travis Timmerman. They call him Terrible T. Yeah, you know, he's a funny guy too. You got to listen to him to kind of understand his humor because he's real quiet, but he's a pretty funny dude. All right, Ethan Andrews says this is what you can and cannot do, and this is what we're gonna do right here. And once again, dropping the hand, and here we go.
Nice little touch of the gloves. See if someone starts swinging.
Well, let's see the swinging, guys. And that's one thing about the heavyweights, though. The action's a little slower. It's just a lot more explosive.
Well, you know, and it should be. You know, these guys, they're a lot bigger, so they know that the hits are going to hurt a lot more. So, you know, they take a little while. But once they start going, God, I love it.
Pretty nice right hand that Timmerman just landed. He closed his eyes and threw it over the top and landed right on the face of Spencer Thompson.
Yeah, it looked like, you know, Timmerman got a takedown and Thompson just kind of scrambled out of it and ended up in the top position.
People that have rolled or fought with Timmerman, they say he's a super strong kid. And you look like at Spencer Thompson right there, it looked like he just kind of threw him right over. You can see that kid's pretty strong as well.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, he's got traps the size of his head.
Yeah, the funny other thing I hear is when I talk to Travis Timmerman, he always tells me not to say certain things on TV because he's got a rep to uphold, you know. So I'm keeping mum on some of that stuff we talked about there, Travis.
You know, Travis staying pretty smart, working for guard, pushing the leg back, trying to get him over.
I'm not telling anybody about I'm not going to say it. Oh, I thought about it. He just pulled guard right there, but boy, the guy with the super slick chest right there just pulled guard.
Nice. Way to not tell anybody anything there, Mike. I appreciate it.
Very well shaven chest right there. He just pulled guard. That guy.
That's very nice there, Mike. Looks like he's trying. Oh, slam!
Once again, look at old Spencer Thompson.
This guy is tough.
Man, oh man. He's strong. But you're strong, but get out of that guy's guard because he just about locked you a minute ago.
You know, it doesn't really seem to be having much of an impact on him. He's staying in the guy's guard, he's picking him up, he's slamming him around, and he's throwing punches the whole time.
You know, Travis Timmerman's a guy that's never really trained. He's now training over with Ballet Man at the Murray Kickboxing Academy, and you see that he's actually tightened his guard up a little bit. But, you know, he's been taking some shots here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some blood on his chest there, Mike. You know, I don't know if that came...
That super shaved chest there. Maybe it's a cut, a razor burn.
It could be. It could be. But
I don't know how that would have happened.
You know, it looks like he got up, you know, got tired of getting punched in the face. Looks like he's maybe trying for a takedown here. He's got the leg in. He's just, you know, looks like
this is one thing I've always been a little bit critical of in heavyweights. If you shoot in underneath a guy like that, boy, you're going to burn a lot of energy trying to pick him up or trying to move him because, you know, heavyweights weigh a lot. That's why they call them heavyweights.
Especially someone like Spencer there. He's a big guy, and he had his hips back.
What did they stop it for there, bro? I didn't see.
You know, I'm not sure either. I was staring at that shininess and
on his chest, right?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say where, but, you know.
All right,
looks like Ethan Andrews starting to back up.
Maybe Ethan just wanted to chew these guys out a little bit.
Tell him to get more busy than what.
Good exchanges. I mean, boy, Travis seems to be slipping around quite a bit. But he landed that right hand. He's just not setting it up very well.
It's like a stumble takedown there. And
well, you know, he's looking for a guillotine or something. But anyway, the first round is over, and these guys are pretty tired.
Well, you know, you can't blame them either. These are big guys. They're throwing around a lot of weight.
They're
putting after it.
Well, I don't know that we're going to see a second round. Old Travis Timmerman barely able to get up off the canvas right there.
Oh, moving like a sloth. A ballet man working his corner, so you know he might be able to give him some pointers, get him back in the cage.
Get him going, my man. I tell you, if anybody knows the tricks of the trade, it's that guy. He's certainly a student of the art, no doubt about it.
He's an astute student too.
Yes,
you know.
he is. Way smarter than
Timmerman
most
coming out with a big right hand.
Big right hand missing. I mean, he's swinging way too wild, and he's tired. You can see that. And he's eating some knees right here.
Yeah, you know, fatigue, it pays a price, but you know, sometimes those wild loopy punches, when you're burnt out like that, they land, they drop people.
Well, boy, I tell you, persistence pays right there. I was kind of going to be critical of Timmerman.
And there we go with those
loopers. He gets the big shot, and I think this might be over.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
I was just about to say, Timmerman, what are you doing? This guy's got you in clinch, and you keep pounding away at the body like that.
You know, it paid off for him, and those loopy fatigue punches just ended up dropping him.
Once eventually you landed right on that button, and that is it. Wow, Travis Timmerman, I got to say, beautiful chest, first of all.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
But very impressive performance and very impressive comeback. I didn't think he was going to come out for the second round. He came out and he won.
Yeah, it was a beautiful fight, Mike.
Skull Candy, the official headphones of the UCE. Check out their complete line of headphones and accessories at skullcandy.com.
Spencer Thompson, man, this is only your second mixed martial art fight, but you were going at it. I clearly had you ahead in the first round. That second round, Timmerman just came after you.
Yeah, he did. He's got more experience in the cage, and he's got some heavy hands.
Speaking of heavy hands, man, you got hammers. Those aren't hands. You could hear that all the way back in the fourth row, man. I think that's where he got you, though, his experience. I think, so to speak, you blew your wad and left it all out there in the first round. And Timmerman kept it, you know, he kept his wad still with him.
I was saving my second wad for my wife tonight.
Good on you. I am speechless. That's never happened before. Bro, tonight you were good, just not good enough. What's your plans for the future?
I gotta train more and get more cardio. This is a good fighter right here, and it's a good marking tool to see where I'm at cardio. He's just outclassed me.
Oh, well, you know, you can have all the tools in the tool shed. If you don't got any gas with them,
exactly, man.
You can only cut so much grass.
Well, I didn't even know gas prices lowered. So I got some scavenging to do around the neighborhood then.
All right, Spencer. Hey, thanks for being part of the experience. We'll see you again soon, brother.
There is only one place to get all your favorite MMA gear, including UCE merchandise, and that is Against the Fence.
Travis, you were hurt in that first round. I thought you were going to quit too, honestly. I thought it was just a little bit away from a stoppage there. And you showed some heart. You sucked it up. And you got to the second round. You came out on fire. Was that kind of what was going through your head or what?
Oh, yeah. I had to dig down and come out with that. I mean, I could sense he was hurt, so I wanted to land some hard shots at the beginning of the second round. And he went down. I was kind of surprised. And, you know, and so I just kept pounding on him, and they had to stop it. And so that was it.
All right, Travis Timmerman, that was an impressive performance tonight. What's your plans for the future?
I don't know. I just want to keep training, you know, get my ground game going. I was kind of surprised he took me down and got the mount. I was trying to shrimp out, but, you know, he had it on tight, and I think I was able to get maybe guard in, but he was just pounding on me the whole time. So it's hard to concentrate. Like, the training that you go through is a lot different than when you actually get in because of the pain and, you know, you're nervous and all that kind of stuff. And so it's a lot different. But yeah, that's it.
All right, Travis, anyone you need to thank tonight?
Yeah, I wanted to thank my sponsor, A-Byte Computers. Just go see Bob down in Sandy. And I wanted to thank my two boys for hitting me about 300,000 times on our last visit. And I love you, Aiden and Kaylor. And Ramsey Dewey at the Kickboxing Academy in Murray. And that's pretty much it. Thank you, Phil, and Mike Stidham for putting this thing on. All right, thanks.
All right, Travis Timmerman, everybody.
Travis Timmerman, man, he was counted out and coming back and made Spencer Thompson go timber. Man, what do you say about that?
Oh, man, that was like Ragnarok. Thor went down, Son of Thunder. Just, oh, my God.
You got to be a comic book fan to know what he's talking about. Travis Timmerman getting a big win. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. In the middleweight division, finally, we're going to see Rusty Pearson come out here at your main event. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Jhesua Arias.
Bless you.
Yeah.
All right, what do you know about Jhesua Arias, other than the fact that he fought last week, looked pretty good, going up against a very, very tough customer in Rusty Pearson?
I know he's out of Chile, and he's got a pretty solid armbar. Let's see what he can do.
I love how the white man says Chile. All right, at middleweight Knowles Bard, it's your main event. Check it out.
I'm a wrestler. I'm from Melford, and I train with ninjas, so I'm good to go.
Yes, jiu-jitsu, judo, and street fighter.
No, I haven't heard much about him. Seems like a pretty tough kid, so just go out banging and see what happens.
Actually, yeah, I'm planning to open my own dojo, Jhesua Arias dojo, and judo, and I'm planning to get to the UFC.
Just keep training, man. I keep learning ninja secrets and just getting better and better at everything they're teaching me, and hopefully apply it to the cage.
I hear that he's really good, and all the way from coming from this small town, they already know him, that he's a good fighter over there. So I don't know, maybe I will get a surprise from him. Maybe I will not, but I'm a good too, so we're gonna see in the gauge which one is better. I say good luck to him all the way from here.
Boy, I'll tell you, Jhesua's got some pretty lofty goals. He's going to open his own dojo, and he's going to run for president, and he's going to make it to the UFC. That's a lot of stuff to be doing in a short period of time.
He made the first step. He came up from Chile. You know, he's in America, so he's like halfway there.
And he's here in the UCE, which is right just below the UFC. Jhesua Arias, 5'9", 155. As you mentioned, he's coming up from Chile. Going up against this guy. We've seen him before.
Yeah, Rusty Pearson. He's a tough guy, you know. And like you said, he's training with the ninjas. Jhesua last week was saying he's a samurai. So, you know, this should be a good one.
Ninjas versus samurais. I've always wanted to see this matchup. 5'8", 170 is R.I.P. Rusty Pearson. Who do you think wins in a real fight, a ninja or a samurai?
Well, you know, you watch the movies and stuff like that.
We're going to find out.
Yeah, okay, you know, that's even better, because I could talk for hours on that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you what, because ninjas certainly don't wear those beautiful shorts that Rusty Pearson's got. That must be samurai stuff right there.
Nice.
He's hiding a samurai sword in those things, man. I'll tell you what. Not to mention a few throwing stars in his bed.
Some nunchucks. And,
he's got a Funhouse cup on, I'll tell you that. That thing's as big as a salad bowl right there.
Nice, Mike, nice. Well, Rusty's got a nice little tie-up going on, working for a takedown, upper body, probably a little Greco. And
looking to toss someone's salad right there, and he just did.
Nice, Mike.
Oh, Rusty, man, I'll tell you what. It's one thing to have a guy on your back, and there's another thing to have a guy with those beautiful shorts and that gigantic cup on your back. I'll tell you that right now.
You know, did he call no homo? That's the big thing.
That's got to be a little bit intimidating.
You know, Rusty took his back, and he was sitting there. He looked like he was trying to pick whether or not he should go for a punch or start going for a choke. And
I'm just telling you, the downside is you feel that gigantic cup on your back, and you're going to be extra motivated to get out from underneath that dude. And Jhesua Arias right there, you see him get out from underneath.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for a nice little shoulder lock, too.
Looking for an armbar.
His transitions are pretty sharp there, Mike. I'm not going to lie. You know, this guy impressed me last week, and he's doing it again this week.
He's going to be teaching that stuff in his dojo soon, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Little dojo, the Arias dojo.
I like it, man. I'll sign up. Where's it at? You know where he's going to do that? He'll have to let us know next time he fights where he's going to be opening that place up, because right now I can tell you he's got some pretty clean stuff. I've been impressed with him thus far.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, last week he was saying that he's in the street, so maybe doing some training there. Not sure.
Baby steps, man. Baby steps from the street to the dojo to right here in the UCE cage.
Nice.
Main event, too, Jhesua Arias. We were real impressed with him last week. That's why we brought him back. And so far, he's given Rusty Pearson all he can handle. Rusty.
He's not giving Rusty anything, you know. They're transitioning back and forth. Yeah, you know, Rusty's got his back, but he's turning in, you know.
Rusty has not been dominating this thing, which what we've seen him do in the past. He's going for an armbar here, but Jhesua looks like he's got his elbow out.
Yep. It's slick. It's definitely slick, you know, going up to a north-south position. You know, these guys, they're transitioning really, really well together. It's really nice to see a technical fight like this.
You know, it is a little bit refreshing, isn't it? We've seen some fights tonight that didn't have a whole lot of technicality to them.
You get the big loopy punches that end up knocking people out. Those are always fun to watch, but, you know, personally, I like the tactician game.
Yeah, you know, it's certainly fun to watch the new guys. I enjoy watching those, but these guys get in here, and certainly it's a different ball game, no doubt about it. Rusty Pearson, one thing he told me coming into this thing, he's a normal 170 70-pounder, he's a little bit out of shape. He's been, working a lot lately and not in the best of shape here. So the longer this fight goes, the better for Jhesua, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah, especially Jhesua, he's in good shape. He trains a lot from what he says. He's a samurai. So, I would see the long run going over to Jhesua.
I'm just telling you, I pick a samurai over a ninja any day because a samurai fights for his family.
And his country.
For a cause.
And his country.
And ninjas, they're just sneaky like that.
Not to mention, Tom Cruise was never a ninja. Tom Cruise was a samurai. If Tom Cruise was a samurai, you just can't go wrong.
His wife could kick his ass. What are you talking about? All right, well, we're going to continue this discussion during the commercial. We'll have a resolution when we come back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, you're right in the middle of a main event fight between Jhesua Arias and Rusty Pearson. Do not adjust your sets. Don't adjust your horizontal hold because that
was a nice head kick
that Rusty Pearson is wearing is for real. Nice kick, though.
I heard he had that thing special made, Mike. I
must have had.
From what I heard, you can't buy those. Ooh, nice.
Rusty Pearson made some adjustments in the corner, and he came out, threw a big kick, threw a nice 1-2, and landed everything he's thrown so far.
Yeah, it looks like he definitely changed up his game plan a little bit, taking some of the advantage away from Jhesua.
Hey, I've never seen anybody fight off a takedown when Rusty was that deep in. When he gets your hips, usually it's danger. But Jhesua did a good job getting out the first time, but Rusty comes back the second time and gets the takedown.
Yeah, they're kind of just sitting in a stalemate right now, but, hey, it takes a lot out of you to fight a full round and to come out and start working for takedowns that. So
you got to start thinking about pacing yourself. You pretty much understand what you're up against here. They both know that we're pretty well matched. My opponent here is, he's countered a lot of stuff that I've done. So maybe I ought to start, kind of tucking some things away in the reserve tank just in case this thing goes all three.
Oh yeah, Mike. And it's really good to see, a technical jiu-jitsu guy, technical submission fighter fighting against a technical wrestler. And,
I think that takes all the technical out of you, man.
Yeah, right there.
Those are some big body shots.
That took my words, put them right in my mouth there. But, this Jhesua kid, he's tough. He just keeps fighting through.
No, he is a tough kid. I've been super impressed with him. And Rusty, we know what he's all about. We've seen him demonstrate his toughness on several occasions.
He's been in here. He's proven it time and again, So anybody that can sit and take what he's given is just a tough kid.
Yeah. You know what, though? I think the tank is on low for the tough guy, Jhesua Arias. He's really, his posture's changed completely. It doesn't look like his head's kind of laying on the mat, whereas before he was trying to get up and out.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be trying to scramble or get out, even get the hooks out that Rusty's got in, and he's just rolling over into a really bad spot.
He may possibly have gotten injured. I don't know. It just seems like his entire posture has changed. And that could have to do with the fact that Rusty just kind of came out and overwhelmed him in the second round here. But, who knows?
And some of those big shots to the kidneys, too. I mean, that, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that takes a lot out of you.
Rusty Pearson crossing his feet right there, which is a big no-no, they say.
And it's very surprising to see a jiu-jitsu guy not taking advantage of that.
Yeah, not at least trying to do something there. But, again, fatigue it really plays a huge factor, and you see guys really get out of their game when fatigue starts to set in. And I think Rusty senses that. He's trying to, finish this off right here. If I land some big shots right here, we can end this thing.
Pour on the heat. Maybe it'll be a referee stoppage or something. This guy's doesn't seem like he's intelligently defending anything. I mean, he's got his hand up there, which is semi-intelligent, but he's not working for anything. He's not working to get out.
Well, speaking of intelligence,
there you
go. Man, this second round is over, my man. And I know Rusty's tired. I know Jhesua's tired. I'd be interested to see what happens here between the rounds if we can get these guys back kick-started, ready to go. I wonder if he's related to Rusty somehow.
Maybe they looked a lot alike. That was.
We've seen a few of those faces tonight. Well, it looks like nope, we're not going to see a round number 3, and I'm not sure who waved it off. It looks like maybe Jhesua by the reaction of Rusty right there. That's his lovely wife right there cheering him on. Happy to see him do well tonight. Rusty Pearson, number 1 in my book. I'll tell you what, great to have him back in the show and. Coming away with a big win tonight.
That was a great fight, Mike. Like you said, fatigue just kicked in. You can see it on the face of Jhesua.
Skull Candy, the official headphones of the UCE. Check out their complete line of headphones and accessories at skullcandy.com.
Jhesua, what happened out there? That was a very competitive fight. That Rusty Pearson kid, though, he's an animal.
Well, he's fighting good and everything, but if I will have a little bit more cardio, probably couldn't make it to the third one. And another problem that I gotta check is when I got too much adrenaline, my arms like fall asleep, and it's hard to move in. So I'm gonna have to work in those 2 points, and probably next fight I will have to come back and, you know, show my real fight.
All right, Jhesua, you get that work done, so you get taken care of. But what did you think about the fight tonight, though?
It was fun. You know, you never know. He's a good wrestler, but you know, if I couldn't be my real like type or whatever, probably I couldn't make it.
All right, Jhesua, you did take this fight kind of on short notice and everything. We're gonna see you again fighting or what?
Yeah, for sure. I'm just starting, you know, this is just the beginning for my career, and I'm gonna be back.
Well, I'm telling you, man, this Rusty Pearson kid, I've known this kid a little while. That's a tough kid. Don't hang your head. And that means, you know, in America, that means don't be sad. We'll get you back in here and fighting and winning again. Thanks for being part of the experience.
Oh, thank you so much to you guys.
All right, Jhesua.
Are you Army strong? Find out what it takes to be a soldier in the U.S. Army at GoArmy.com.
Rusty Pearson, man, you took out one of the top up-and-coming fighters in the show tonight.
Yeah, I usually don't have too hard of a time taking people down and doing anything on the ground, and there was a couple times he went to hit like arm bars, and I was thinking,
oh shoot. That's what I was thinking. But you look great out there tonight, and you got the win, brother.
Yeah, I'll take it. Lord knows I didn't want to go another round, so I'll take it.
I was kind of, you know, when I was doing a little of this fisticuff stuff, I was like, I never want to go another round. Never, ever. So, Rusty, what's going on with you? Where are you training? What are you doing? You're living up there by daybreak here in Utah now, right?
Yeah, just training with ninjas. Mr. Miyagi's been teaching me a lot. And then the ninjas, so.
I was always good at that waxing off, not so good at that waxing on. I didn't understand that part of the whole equation, but Rusty Pearson, man, you're one of my favorite fighters. I'm gonna buy you a drink here at the hotel tonight, if you can stay, if your wife will let you stay. Anyone you need to thank for the fight?
Yeah, thank you to everybody, family, friends that came out. I want to thank my sponsors, Cabinet Tech. Look for Forrest Griffin to be wearing this clothing in his next fight.
Right before Rashad Evans and him duke it out, right?
Yep.
All right, it's Rusty Pearson. He's back in the UCE.
It is great to have Rusty Pearson back in the cage, winning in great fashion tonight. In fact, it was vintage Rusty Pearson. Looked good.
It was definitely good vintage Rusty Pearson's. Looks like he sent Jhesua back to the drawing board. Don't be gone too long, buddy. You look pretty good.
You know what, though? I mean, Jhesua, really, you're fighting one of the top guys in the division. He's got nothing to hang his head about, and it's just great to have Rusty back. I think Jeshua's got a very, very bright future. Just got to kind of get back and tune a few things up. Now, great night of fights. We had the Pearson cousins in here, and a lot of good-looking stuff going on. The heavyweights, Travis Timmerman, and the kid from down south, Brigham. All those guys look pretty good tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely a solid card. It was definitely a good night of fights. So glad I could be here.
The great thing is we've got another one lined up for next week. So same bat time, same bat channel. Tune in next week. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience. We'll see you next week.